Chapter 35 Journey to Jinping. A celebration turns perilous. After several days of travel, the group arrived at another city, which Brother Monkey identified as unknown to him. The city was bustling with activity, and the travelers were met with curiosity and awe from the locals. As they made their way through the crowded streets, they sought refuge in a monastery known as the Clouds of Compassion Monastery. The site of the monastery was a welcome sight for the weary travelers, and they were greeted with reverence by the monks who recognized the Tang Priest as a holy man from the distant land of Great Tang. The Tang Priest was offered a place to rest and was treated with great honor. The monks explained that the people of their land aspired to be reborn in Great Tang, a land of great virtue and spiritual cultivation. The Tang Priest, humbled by their respect, explained his mission to the monks and asked for directions to Vulture Peak, the place where he was to obtain the sacred scriptures. The monks informed him that they were in Jinping, a remote prefecture in India, and that Vulture Peak was still a long journey away. As the travelers prepared to leave, they were persuaded by the monks and the local benefactors to stay for the full moon festival. The Tang Priest, who had lost track of time during his journey, agreed to stay and experience the festivities. The monastery was abuzz with activity as the faithful brought lanterns to present to the Buddha. The Tang Priest and his disciples marveled at the beauty of the lanterns and the joyous atmosphere that enveloped the monastery. The following day, the Tang Priest and his companions explored the serene garden of the monastery, admiring the blossoming flowers and the tranquil streams. The garden was a place of natural beauty, a haven for poets and travelers alike. As they enjoyed the peaceful surroundings, they were invited to witness the Lantern Festival in the city. The city of Jinping was transformed into a spectacle of light and joy for the full moon festival. The streets were adorned with agate and glass, crystal and mica, creating a dazzling display that rivaled the beauty of the moon itself. The people of the city, dressed in fine silks, reveled in the music and the splendor of the festival. The Tang Priest and his disciples were swept up in the celebration, wandering through the streets until the early hours of the morning. The next day, the Tang Priest fulfilled a vow to sweep pagodas, a pious act that demonstrated his devotion to the Buddha. As he completed his task, the city prepared for the main event of the festival. The Tang Priest, accompanied by his disciples and the monks, ventured into the city to witness the golden lamps that were said to bring blessings and prosperity. As the night of the full moon arrived, the city was illuminated by a sea of lanterns, creating a world of enchantment and beauty. The Tang Priest and his companions were captivated by the sight of the lanterns, which were a testament to the creativity and skill of the people of Jinping. The atmosphere was filled with harmony and joy as the people celebrated the festival with abandon. However, as the Tang Priest approached the bridge of golden lamps, a sudden wind arose, signaling the arrival of the Lord Buddhas who were said to bestow blessings upon the city. The Tang Priest, in his eagerness to pay his respects, rushed to the top of the lamp bridge and threw himself into worship. Unbeknownst to him, the Buddhas that appeared were not divine beings but three evil spirits known as King Cold Avoider, King Heat Avoider, and King Dust Avoider, who had been deceiving the people of Jinping for years. The three spirits, disguised as Buddhas, abducted the Tang Priest and took him to their lair on Green Dragon Mountain, within the Dark Essence Cave. The Tang Priest, terrified and helpless, was stripped of his clothes and prepared to be sacrificed to the demon's hunger. Meanwhile, Sun Wukong, Zhu Beiji, and Sha Wujing, realizing their master's peril, set out to rescue him. Sun Wukong, with his fiery eyes and golden pupils, followed the scent of the wind and arrived at Green Dragon Mountain. He confronted the demons, demanding the release of his master. The demons, recognizing the great sage equaling heaven, were filled with fear but decided to face him in combat. A fierce battle ensued, with Sun Wukong's iron cudgel clashing against the demon's weapons. The fight raged on throughout the day, with neither side gaining the upper hand. As night fell, Sun Wukong retreated, knowing that he needed to regroup and devise a plan to save his master. He returned to the Clouds of Compassion Monastery, where he met with his brothers, Zhu Beiji and Sha Wujing. They discussed the situation and decided that they must act quickly to rescue the Tang Priest before it was too late. The three disciples, determined to save their master, prepared to face the demons once more. They left the monastery under the cover of night, their hearts filled with resolve and courage. They knew that the journey ahead would be fraught with danger, but they were undeterred, for they were on a mission to protect the Tang Priest and ensure the success of their sacred quest. As they approached the Dark Essence Cave, they could sense the malevolent presence of the demons within. The air was thick with the scent of evil, and the very ground seemed to tremble with anticipation of the battle to come. The disciples steeled themselves for the fight ahead, knowing that the fate of their master and the success of their journey rested in their hands. The trio had been whisked away to the Dark Essence Cave by a gale, where they found the entrance tightly shut. Pig, always the impatient one, was about to break the doors down, but Monkey, with his cunning mind, suggested a more strategic approach. He decided to scout the situation before engaging in battle. With a flick of his fingers and a chant of magic words, Monkey transformed into a nimble firefly, his wings shining like shooting stars, and slipped into the cave through a crack in the door. Inside, Monkey found the Tang Priest chained to a pillar, weeping under the eaves at the back of the cave. The Tang Priest's sobs echoed in the silent hall, a heartbreaking sound that spoke of his trials and tribulations since leaving Chang'an years ago. He lamented his fate, his capture by the three evil spirits, and the impostor Buddhas who had deceived him. But hope flickered in his heart as he believed in the power of his disciples to overcome adversity. As Monkey listened, his heart swelled with determination. He revealed himself to the Tang Priest, explaining how he had followed the scent of the wind to the Dark Essence Cave and learned of its location from the four duty gods. He had fought the monsters all day, and now, with his brother disciples by his side, he had returned to rescue the master. But their reunion was short-lived. As Monkey led the Tang Priest to freedom, the demon kings awoke, their roars echoing through the cave like thunder. The junior demons, startled from their slumber, scrambled to arm themselves and confront the intruders. Monkey, with his cudgel in hand, fought valiantly, but the demons were relentless. In the chaos, Monkey was forced to abandon the Tang Priest and fight his way out. Outside, Pig and Friar Sand, armed with their rake and staff, were ready for battle. They listened intently as Monkey recounted his failed rescue attempt and the capture of their master. Together, they decided to take action, determined to save the Tang Priest from his captors. Their plan was bold and desperate. Pig, with a mighty swing of his rake, shattered the stone doors of the cave, his roar echoing in the night. The demons inside were thrown into disarray, and the three monks charged in, ready to face the monstrous kings. The battle was fierce, a clash of magic and might that shook the very foundations of Green Dragon Mountain. But the demons were powerful, and despite the monks' best efforts, they found themselves outmatched. One by one, Pig and Friar Sand were captured, leaving Monkey alone to face the monstrous kings. Realizing the futility of his situation, Monkey retreated, using his somersault cloud to escape the demon's grasp. With his companions captured, Monkey returned to the Clouds of Compassion Monastery, where the monks greeted him with a mixture of relief and despair. They had heard of the powerful demons and feared for the Tang Priest's life. But Monkey, ever the optimist, assured them that their master was under the protection of the divine and would be safe. He decided to seek help from the heavens, a place he once called home. In the celestial realm, Monkey met with the metal planet, who revealed the true nature of the demons. They were rhinoceros spirits, powerful and ancient beings. With this knowledge, Monkey sought an audience with the Jade Emperor, requesting the aid of the 4 beast stars of the element wood, the very beings who could subdue the rhinoceros spirits. The Jade Emperor granted Monkey's request, and the 4 stars, the wooden lesser dragon of the constellation Horn, the wooden unicorn of the Dipper, the wooden wolf of the Strider, and the wooden hyena of the Well, joined him in his quest. Together, they confronted the demons in a battle that would determine the fate of the Tang Priest and his companions. The demons, upon seeing their match in the form of the 4 stars, fled in terror, pursued relentlessly by Monkey and the celestial beings. The chase led them to the Western Ocean, where the Dragon King and his son joined the fray, aiding in the capture of the monstrous spirits. The battle was fierce, the ocean churning with their struggle, until finally, the demons were subdued. Dust Avoider, one of the Rhinoceros Kings, was taken alive, his fate to be decided by the Tang Priest and his disciples. The other 2, Cold Avoider and Heat Avoider, met a tragic end, their horns sawed off and their hides stripped as a testament to their defeat. With the demons vanquished, Monkey and his companions returned to Jinping Prefecture, where they were hailed as heroes. The people, freed from the tyranny of the rhinoceros spirits, rejoiced and celebrated the monks' victory. The prefectural and county officials, in gratitude, held a grand feast in their honor, and the news of their triumph spread far and wide. The Tang Priest, ever the devout follower of the way, urged his disciples to continue their journey, reminding them of their sacred mission to fetch the scriptures from the western heaven. And so, with the valuables they had acquired from the cave and the gratitude of the people, the monks set off once more, their hearts filled with hope and determination. If you want to know what happened afterwards, listen to the explanation in the next installment.